We've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks for joining us as we start the new season. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And a look now at the Milwaukee Bucks' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Brandon Ingram and the Toronto Raptors.
And that game against Sacramento is going to be game number 4 for them during the start of this NBA campaign. They'll want to get off to a hot start for the year.
And the Milwaukee starting 5. OG Anunoby out there with Williams. Then there's Colin Sexton, and it's Sims in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Utah, Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Then there's George, then it's Bailey. The start of a fresh season. But we know the focus for both of these teams is to come out strong today.
Yeah, for the first handful of games, you just want to play hard and build some chemistry. Get more comfortable with your teammates while also learning their tendencies and preferences.
Now here's Anunoby. Just 5 on the clock. Outside, Williams. Three-pointer. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. And here are the Jazz. Here's George.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Sexton passes to Sims. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Rollins. Here's Sexton. Can't get it to fall.
You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that.
Here's Markkanen. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Big fella running the floor. I love it. Markkanen showing you he can be determined to beat everybody down the floor.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Rollins. Inside. Kicks it out to Anunoby. And here's Sexton. The three. And again, it's the Bucks missing.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And George with the jam.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Outside Sexton. Williams against Markkanen. Anunoby for 3. He drops it from range.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, it's hard to find a more impactful player in a complementary role than OG Anunoby.
Yeah, you're speaking facts right there. He's a switchable defender. Offensively, he's at his best spotting up, and he can attack in transition effectively. I mean, I think he's the kind of player that not only does every team want, he's the kind of guy that every team needs.
So it's Milwaukee now, following the bucket by the Jazz. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. 4-3. Offensive rebound. Williams on the wing. Three-pointer. Hits a three-pointer.
Talk about confidence and quick release. Love that Williams wasted no time letting that one go.
Kessler, a screen on Sexton. Driving.
Oh, man.
Oh!
Punch that one.
Bad intentions.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climbing.
Here's Sims. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Markkanen, the pass to Bailey. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Williams misses. Jazz leading by 3. George drives in. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Grant Williams. And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. And he knocks down the first one. Kyle Kuzma, he's checked in for the Bucks. George hits them both. The Bucks trail by 5. Here's Sims. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Sexton. Puts up a deep 3. The Bucks rebound.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrating.
George finds Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
You know, when Markkanen is in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
Pass to Sims. Outside Anunoby. Gets the 3 to fall. Anunoby's got 6.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's George. He's got 5. Down low. Here's Markkanen. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Give him 8 points now.
Yeah, they've done quality work on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
Here's Anunoby. Here's Rollins. No made baskets yet. Sims. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
You know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
A line change here for Utah. Okay, let's fire up the 2K leaderboard. Last year, you really had to protect the ball against these teams. Number 5, the Bucks.
Well, when you talk about teams that had a great defense last year, you got to mention these guys. I mean, they were great at finding ways to come up with the ball. Deflections, loose balls, and steals.
Collier, no good. And so it's Kuzma who brings up the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. 4-point game. Outside Anunoby. On the wing, Kuzma. And he buries his first look.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
Here's Collier. To the right side. They set the pick. And a two-handed jam!
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Anunoby. The Jazz making their last shot.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
Low block shot. Milwaukee with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for him against this Utah team.
Last year, they battled to a stalemate, winning 1 game apiece.
You know, when you only see a team twice a year, it's hard to really get a good understanding of who they are or a good feel for them. And oftentimes, that can lead to a series split.
The Bucks making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Here's Sexton. The rebound by Filipowski.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And here's Milwaukee now, following the bucket by Utah. Kuzma, the pass to Murray. Here's Rollins. Shoots over Collier. The kick out to Kuzma. There's the 3. They get the rebound. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Now here's Sexton. Defense is right there. Picked it out of midair. He takes it in. The shot, no good. Good D by Murray.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Here's Collier, still without a bucket. Here's the floater. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Pass to Kuzma. Here's Sims. Here's Rollins. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Sensabaugh. Checked by Sexton. And a miss there on the triple. The Bucks trail by 4. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Kuzma. Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. 6 to shoot. Pulls it from 20. Some solid defense from Filipowski.
He's hit a rough patch for sure this period. They need more from him.
To the middle. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's Filipowski. Pass to Collier. Now Filipowski. And the bucket is good. And now it's an 8-point Utah lead.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Murray from outside. And so it's Utah up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Jazz.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
Hey, I know analytics shuns the mid-range game, but I tell you what, these guys have the shooters that can knock them down, and they're making it pay tonight.
On the court right now for the Bucks, we've got Kyle Kuzma. Kevin Porter is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Wilson in at the 4-man position. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Guys?
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Porter. After the basket by Utah.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Pass to Markkanen. It's stolen by Kuzma. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. Here's Wilson. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Wilson's got his first 2 points of the night. Jazz leading by 10. George scanning the floor. Kessler a screen on Porter. Now here's Kessler. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here's Kuzma. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
You know what? At 6'9", Kuzma is a terrific athlete, and he's very good at using that size and athleticism to knife through the defense.
Here's George. Drives to the hoop. The 3 is up. Porter pulls it in. The Bucks trail by 10. Pass to Wilson. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by George. Sarr down low. Defended by Murray. Sarr passes to Kessler. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He might have seen something. He needs to review with his guys. And a lot of spot-up shooters now adding a one-dribble pull-up three to the repertoire.
Yeah, when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
Bailey's checked in for Utah. Milwaukee also changing it up. Williams is checked in for Hall. Anunoby comes in for Wilson. And it's Rollins in for Porter Jr. Now here's George. He's got 7. Markkanen outside. Over Kuzma. Markkanen misses.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
Pass to Rollins. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Murray against Sarr. Fires the 3. Murray, no good. Utah leading by 10. To the paint. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Milwaukee has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Pass to Rollins. Anunoby for 3. Kessler with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
He's got to be mad at himself. Won't get a better look than that.
It's blocked. They get it back. Back to George. From deep. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Murray. Here's Rollins. The kick out to Williams. Nice shot from the wing. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
And for Williams, that jumper is his biggest weapon on offense.
Now Sarr. He's scoreless. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Good work between the teammates that time, leading him perfectly.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. A different look here for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Kessler. And Sensabaugh subbed in for Markkanen. Sims, he's checked in for the Bucks. Outside, Williams. Here's Rollins. Pass to Sims. Outside, Williams. From about 16, misses off the right iron.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Colin Sexton's checked in for DeJounte Murray. Bailey, the pass to George. Pulls up, high post. The rebound by Sims. Sims has got 6 rebounds in the game. Anunoby on the wing. George defending. Williams with the screen. Back to Anunoby. Launches it. Fires in the triple. Anunoby's got 9.
And that's his first triple this quarter. 3 total for the game.
Wherever OG Anunoby goes, his teams win a lot of games, Clark.
Yeah, you think about his second season. I mean, BA, part of the 2019 Raptors. title squad was Anunoby. I mean, his defense is superb, and it affects winning in a big-time way.
So it's Milwaukee now, following the bucket by Utah. And he lobs it up to the rim. Stolen by Sarr. Here's George. That's his third basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
And such a sturdy frame on George. I mean, it makes it easier for him to take those shots on his way to the rim.
Rollins passes to Anunoby. To the inside. And there's a 3-second violation.
9th and fast break points. And as we look at their rebounding numbers, they weren't great there. Just a top 20 team in the league. They need to be better this season.
And yeah, they love to get out on the open floor. That's what this roster was constructed to do. Now here's Sarr. Takes it inside. Wing shot on the way. The shot by Filipowski, no good.
Relatively open from mid-range. You'd like to see that one go down.
Williams finds Sexton. Outside Anunoby. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Substitution on the court.
The Bucks trail by 15. Pass to Rollins. Here's Sims. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And here's Filipowski. Williams defending.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
1:53 left in the second period. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Sims has got 8 points.
Hey, you'll take as many high percentage looks as you can get.
Down low. Here's Filipowski. The rebound by the Bucks. Sims has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Sexton, that's good.
Great awareness by Sexton to find the soft spot. Nice pull up there, pure from mid-range.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. 1:16 left to play in the half. Here's Collier. No points so far. There's the triple. And the three-pointer goes.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Inside, here's Sims. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Here's Collier. Here he goes. Here's Sensabaugh. Offline with a 3.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
Pass to Sims. Here's Rollins. Now Williams takes a 3. Utah grabs the miss. Filipowski's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Anunoby passes to Sexton. Here's Williams. And that's not going to go. And so it's Utah with an impressive 16. Point lead heading into the break. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Utah Jazz.
Well, it's been a stampede in transition. They'll run it right down your throat if you let them.
I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. I'm going to give you a compliment, just like you, Jet, in the blink of an eye.
And now an opportunity to check out. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Then it's Bailey. Then there's Keontae George. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Utah leading by 14. Kessler, a screen on Sexton. George outside. The 3 ball. The rebound by Sims. Sims has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pass to Rollins. Jacks up a 3. Utah grabs the miss. 17 points was their biggest margin. And here's Sexton. Here's Rollins. Here's Sims. And he jams it home with authority.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Rollins. Outside for Sexton. Lets it go from deep. Here's Sims. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And down it goes. 2 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
George drives in, and the jam by George.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Bucks trail by 14. Here's Rollins. Right side, Sexton. Pass to Anunoby. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 7 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And that one's good. Markkanen.
So much fun watching Markkanen catch fire like this. He's a capable, efficient scorer who does it at a high rate.
Sexton finds Anunoby. Here's Sims. Shot clock at 6. Rollins passes to Williams for 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Jazz leading by 16. Here's Bailey. He has 6. And the layup is good off the glass. Bailey's got 4 points this quarter.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now here's Anunoby. He's got 9 to stop the drought. Oh, Kessler with the block. They retain possession. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Sarge checked in for Bailey. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. It's Sarr with a drive. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Sarr. Sarr's got 6 assists now in the game. The Bucks trail by 20. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Sarr against Sexton. Williams with the screen. Wallace passes to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown. Rollins, no good.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, thanks a lot. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that it takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Brian, back to you.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Markkanen. After the Bucks picking up a basket just moments ago.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Good heads-up basketball. Season opening and capitalizes.
Markkanen outside. Over Williams. Again, Utah good for 2.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Now here's Anunoby. He's got 9. Off with the layup. On offense, here's Utah. They're on a 16-4 run. To the paint. Here's Kessler. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Bucks making a switch here. Murray's checked in. And a quick pause here. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and check out last season's best shot blockers. Well, you look at Kessler, a remarkable defender, second in the NBA.
It's obvious that he completely dedicated himself to protecting the rim, doing everything he could to get his hands on as many shots as possible.
Well, Clark, you were a bit of a trendsetter with this, but it seems the stretch 4 is here to stay in the NBA.
Well, the combination of size and touch, something I took pride in as a player. I was versatile. And back then, I mean, a guy 6'8" that was able to play inside and out wasn't as common as it is now. Teams want a lot of floor spacing. And they want as many players out there that can space the floor, including the big guys. So 4 out is now a standard practice of how the game is played.
Pass to Collier. Here's Hendricks. Anunoby covering. Now here's Kessler. Outside Sexton. Here's Murray. Lays it up and banks it in. Murray's gotten 4 this quarter.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Collier. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Count the basket.
Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
Outside Sexton. Back to Murray. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Filipowski. Utah leading by 22. Kessler against Williams. From 9 feet, again, Utah good for 2.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Now here's Murray. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Murray's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
And finished off by Kessler.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. We might see him look. To make some tweaks to the strategy. So both teams making some changes here. A minute 35 left in the third quarter of the game. The kick out to Kuzma. Fires for three. Utah grabs the miss. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. And Milwaukee shooting 40% since the break. Here's Rollins. No good there. Some solid defense from Filipowski. Pass to Collier. Going inside. Here's Filipowski. Here's Collier. Defended by Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Sensabaugh. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Porter Jr., he's checked in for the Bucks.
Number 7, Kevin Porter.
The Bucks shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Here's Rollins. Here's Wilson. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Great lead pass, anticipating where his man was going to be, not where he was.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by Porter. To the middle. Here's Filipowski. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Sinks the tray. It'll count. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Lauri Markkanen making things happen for Utah. He's been productive scoring the ball. He's got 20 points so far. We'll be back in a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Taking a look at the Bucks. We've got Murray. Kevin Porter is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Rollins in at the 1. That's good. 6 points for Kyle Kuzma.
Boy, he's got a nice feel for that shot. Kuzma's percentage on floaters is stupendous. That's outstanding for you guys who don't have a dictionary. It's a big weapon for him.
Here's Collier. It's stolen by Kuzma. Pass to Rollins. Inside. Banked it in off the glass.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Markkanen. The rebound by Murray. And here's Porter outside. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Porter. A different look here for Utah. Kessler comes in for Sensabaugh. And it's Keontae George in for Collier. George outside. Markkanen outside. Over Kuzma. Markkanen misses.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Here's Wilson. Kuzma outside. 6 to shoot.
Number 25. First personal foul. First team foul.
Porter looks it over. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Over George. Porter's shot is off.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Kessler up top. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Jazz lead by 19.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. George passes to Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Strong effort that time, producing the best look possible.
The Bucks trail by 21. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Murray's got 9 points now in the second half.
Maybe he's playing better during winning time. Silent in the first half, but since then, he has taken over.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Not sure which it's been since halftime. Either they've gotten sloppier or the defense has just turned up.
Sims, he's checked in for Porter Jr. Rollins passes to Kuzma. Here's Murray. The 3. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this league. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now here's Murray. Kuzma outside. Pass to Sims. From the arc. Wilson, no good. Jazz leading by 18.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
First one falls for him. And some changes here for the Bucks. Williams is checked in for Wilson. OG Anunoby comes in for Kuzma. And Sexton subbed in for DeJounte Murray. He does not get the second one. Bucks trail by 19. Pass to Anunoby. Outside, Williams. Here's Rollins to the paint. Here's Anunoby. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
This second half has been all about looking to score in the paint. They've done a good job with that.
The Jazz have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. Kessler, a screen on Sexton. Driving to the basket.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected can to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Out to the right wing. Anunoby against Markkanen. Williams from long range. Utah with the rebound. Kessler's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Here's Markkanen. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. Bucks trail by 19. To the inside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Williams is checked in for Kessler. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Bailey. Utah moving the ball around. From outside the arc. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Williams. Markkanen's got 11 in the second half. Milwaukee's gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. Williams from long range knocks down the long J.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Here's Bailey, marking it outside. It's Williams, high post, out to the right wing. Here's Bailey, Anunoby covering. Bailey's shot is off.
A good scorer around the rim. He is met there by an irresistible force.
Sexton, that's good.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now here's George. Pass to Bailey. The three is up. Williams grabs the board. Here's Sims. Outside Anunoby. Down low. Here's Sims. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Fast break, Utah. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stop.
Yeah, Markkanen is in rhythm, providing a major lift to this offense.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Sexton. Anunoby for three. Oh, almost had a four-point play. And they stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands. OG Anunoby.
We've seen so many of these personal fouls. Foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Now we have a chance to see our player of the game, Lauri Markkanen.
Boy, he completely took over, I think, on both ends of the floor. Scoring with authority and influencing a lot of plays, almost every play. This was the kind of night you dream about as a player.
Hey, these fans love him so much, and when he gets it going, they respond. The crowd's energy fueled his performance.
Tell you what, every coach would love to have a bunch of guys like OG Anunoby. I mean, long, athletic, can make plays at the defensive end at a high level. And, of course, being able to knock down the three is that whipped cream on the strawberry shortcake.
Now here's George. Markkanen inside. Working on Williams. Yes, sir! Count it!
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Here's Anunoby. Shoots a three. Yes, sir, with the three.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
George. Oh, it's off. Here's Milwaukee. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Rollins. George defending.
Great work to clear some space around the rim and set himself up for that putback.
Yes, sir. That was a huge follow.
You can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
Here's George. 1:51 left in the final quarter. Now Markkanen. Nice touch inside there from Markkanen.
Impressive awareness from Markkanen. I mean, down on the block there, really good job of using his height to get his shots off.
Anunoby. Rebounded by Markkanen. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup, make sure you get a good shot.
George outside. Here's Bailey. And the three misses.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Jazz.
When you look at the stat sheet, it's impressive this wasn't a total blowout. Their offense was in top gear all night long, Grant.
I thought the same thing, B.A. I mean, the difference in field goal percentages is pretty shocking.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And so with this win, they take the first of 2 games they'll play this year against the Bucks.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Lauri Markkanen.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Beyond the arc. The free ball is down.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
So we see the Jazz taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems. Problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a
Lauri, some of efficient shooting for.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. So long, everyone.